Hey, so have you ever heard this advice? You just gotta believe in yourself. Believe and you can achieve. And you take the action, you do all the right things, you're going through the motions, but you realize you have zero belief in yourself. And so everything falls flat. And if this is something that you are experiencing, stick around, you're in the right place, because in this video, I'm gonna teach you how to become a believer in yourself, how you can become your biggest fan. Let's go. And before we dive in, just to let you know, this is what I do, what I've dedicated my life's work to. So if you need help, if you need support with building that rock solid belief in yourself, there's a link below the video to speak with me directly, and I'd love to be able to support you with building that belief and becoming your own biggest fan. And so you're going after things. You know you're a hard worker, you're disciplined, you know how to grind, you know how to outgrind everybody. You're doing all the personal development, you're trying to progress in your career, you're trying to develop your skill set and progress in your job, but you come to this realization that no matter what I do, I have zero belief in myself. I take a look at my coworkers, I take a look at my friends. They have this belief in themselves. They have this steady confidence in themselves and in what they're doing. Even though they're not even good at it. Even though they have half the skills, they have half the talent that I do, they have this little secret here, this belief that I don't have. Like, what is this thing that they have that gives them 10x the results with half the effort that I'm putting in, that's making all the difference? And so what do you do here? How do you get this belief in yourself? How do you develop this belief in yourself? First and foremost, let's define what a belief is. A belief, simply, let's put it very simply here. A belief is a thought that you keep on thinking, whether you're aware of it or not. We want to focus in. I want to make you aware of the belief that you're unaware of today, because it's truly the ones that you're unaware of that are running your life. 95%. It's going to be the ones that you're unaware of. So think about it this way. If I put on a pair of glasses, it's got a certain tint to it, that's the way that I'm going to see the world. It's always going to be tinted. Let's say they're brown tinted, everything's going to look brown. When I look at the world, when I look in the mirror, everything's going to be tinted and colored by those lenses that I'm looking through. But what I want to help you do today is not take a look through the glasses, through your belief system right now. I want you to take a look outside and look at the glasses that you're wearing. Here's the belief that I want you to become aware of today, and that is the belief that there's something defective about you, that you're fundamentally flawed in some way. Because until we take a look at these glasses that you're wearing from the outside and we take them off, it's going to be impossible to believe in yourself. So let's take a look at this belief that you're fundamentally flawed. These glasses that you're looking through right now. You take a look and you see, you feel it. It's so ingrained to you. It's not a thought that you keep on thinking. It's just, now it's like a feeling that you just feel all the time. You try to move forward in your career. You're trying to make progress. You don't get the results. You don't get the promotion. You don't get the opportunities. Maybe you try to get out there and put yourself out there, but the physical symptoms are too high from anxiety. And you start to feel, okay, I guess there's just something wrong with me. There's just something defective about me. It's just not meant to be. I just don't have what they have. I'm just not the same as these other guys. I'm just different. You see the belief? There's just something different about me. There's just something wrong with me. And so how do you take these glasses off that you're fundamentally flawed, or that there's something defective about you, there's something wrong with you? Because that is the utmost priority. You have to focus all your attention, all your energy, all your efforts on taking these glasses off. Because I promise you, I don't care how many things are going after, how much action you're taking. If there's no power underneath the action, if there's no belief underneath the action, it's just gonna fall flat. The promotions that you're going after, the friend group that you're trying to be more expressive in and you want to be heard, no one's gonna see or hear you. It took me the longest time to get this myself. I remember pestering. I was training a lot of jiu-jitsu for a while with my coach at the time. His name's Bibio Fernandez. He's this legend in MMA and jiu-jitsu. And I would keep pestering him for the next technique, the next shiny object. I'd do private lesson after private lesson after private lesson every time. And he got to the point where he's just getting frustrated. And he's like, Rubin, the techniques don't matter. It's your belief in the technique. And I'd be like, I get it. In the next private session, I'd come, what about this technique? And he keeps saying, and he keeps getting frustrated to the point, he's like, I don't know what's going on with you, man. It's not the technique. It's, do you believe in the technique? And I remember during training sessions, he would be coaching me on the spot. I'd be sparring with somebody, and we'd come time to execute a technique. He would say to me, Rubin, just believe, just believe, just believe. And it really hit me because inside I knew I'm doing this thing, but I don't actually believe in myself. There's no belief here. My heart's not in it here. I'm going through the motions. Yeah, I'm in my body, I'm doing it, but my heart's not in it. Because the world doesn't respond to somebody just taking the actions and going through the motions. They respond to the person that believes. They respond to your beliefs, and they respond to your character, and they respond to you being in alignment and in integrity, and they respond to this energy here. And if this is making perfect sense to you, you're grinding, you're disciplined, you're motivated, you're going after it, but you just feel like there's no power in the action that you're taking, let us know in the comments. Let's discuss this because I know how frustrating this can be. So I want you to make a decision right now. I do not say this lightly. It's one of the most important decisions you will ever make in your entire life. I'm not shitting you at all right now. Make this decision. Stop forcing yourself to believe. You don't believe. You haven't believed in yourself for decades. I want you to turn your attention to the disbeliever. And I want you to make this decision. The disbeliever in you. The one that tells you that there's something wrong with you, that you're not like the other people, that you're different, that you just don't have what they have. You don't have what it takes. I want you to make a decision now to develop the most loving relationship you can with this aspect of your personality, and do not stop deepening that relationship until you come to the place where you appreciate this voice in your head, this inner hatred, this inner critic. Do not stop until you come to an appreciation. I said that again because it's just extremely important here. At this point, you might be resisting and saying, geez, this thing ruins my self-esteem. It just makes me feel so low all the time. I feel like such an outsider all the time. I feel defective. I get it, which is why it's so important to turn your attention and focus over here on the disbeliever, on your inner hater over here. Now, just a heads up here, you won't come to this place of appreciation and you won't develop that relationship until you seek to understand how it developed, why it developed, and where it's coming from, what the strategy is of this voice. Because there's always an intention to every thought, every feeling that you have. There's an underlying motivation. It's trying to get you to do something. You don't think thoughts for absolutely no reason. Thoughts and feelings, they create energy, and energy creates movement, which causes you to act in a certain way. I want you to see this very clearly. I want to help you understand this and see this on a deeper level. So I want you to imagine a father and a son. Okay, so the father is trying to parent the son, and I want you to now picture this. Imagine this. Take your time. Pause if you need to. Really get into this image here. Do you see them? The son's like 5 years old. Get a very clear picture there. And I want you to now imagine the son. The son, he's switching schools. He's at a new school. He's feeling like he's not fitting in. He's already feeling high anxiety, a lot of fear, feeling alone. He's panicking inside. And then this son, he goes over and he's working on a task with his dad. And what does his father do? He has no idea what's going on over here. He doesn't ask. He doesn't know what's going on. Maybe he's the type that's just like, hey, man up, big deal, do life. And so we take a look at dad over here. And dad's got that same energy as that voice in your head that's telling you you're different. There's something wrong with you. And because, let's say they're working on building, they're doing some carpentry, and because the son can't get the task right, what does dad do? What the hell are you doing? What the hell's wrong with you? Why can't you do it like everybody else? Why can't you do it like your older brother? Jeez, fuck my, I can't believe I was given a son like this. Jeez, fuck, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? Frustration. What are you doing? Like, you keep fucking up. What the hell's going on? So you see what I'm getting at here? You see the critical voice in your head. This father, this parent over here doesn't exist externally. It exists in your minds. You'll have a sense of this. This voice exists in your mind. And this feeling like there's something wrong with me. I don't fit in and I don't belong and I'm not like other people. This exists within you as well. And so the only way to shift this disbelief and this inner criticalness and this frustration with yourself on the inside, let's take it back outside again, is through compassion and switching up the parenting style. So I'll give you an example here. Let's look at the little boy, 5 years old. First and foremost, we need to stop this. Okay, remember what I said is you have to stop the self-criticism. You have to start to challenge this and say, hey dad, can you just chill out for a little bit? Let me just talk to him for a little bit. You say, hey son, you seem like you're holding a lot there. What's going on? It's like you seem really sad and you seem really down. You doing okay? And then the little boy is shocked. He's like, what? Somebody's actually asking me what I feel and showing care? What the hell? Yeah, what's going on? Like, what's been happening? What are you feeling there? What are you feeling there? You feeling scared? Yeah. Yeah. Seems like you feel really alone with that. Yeah. And look at this. Look at the shift in the little boy. Maybe he starts to make eye contact with you. Maybe he starts to smile. Maybe he starts to smile because someone's actually paying attention to him, showing care for him. So, compassion, number one. Now we got to switch up the parenting style too. Let's go have a chat with dad over here. Dad, he's in a lot of pain. Do you see that? Dad's only doing it because he's carrying his own shame. He's frustrated with himself as well. That's going to be a hard thing to face. Dad, can you see that? What you're doing, how it's impacting him. Frustrated. What else am I supposed to do? Okay. He's my son. I need him to thrive in school. I need him to get along with people. Yes. I hear you. I hear you. Makes sense. Remember, we're trying to understand where it's coming from. Sounds like you've been frustrated for a long time. Yeah, you know how many things I've been through in my life too. Yeah, I get it. Sounds like a lot. You might go into a story. My dad used to beat up on me, and the teachers always told me I was never gonna amount to nothing. They'd humiliate me in front of everybody. Sounds painful. And then suddenly, his walls might go down. He might put the walls down because you're seeking to understand before taking a position. And he might look at you too and say, yeah, it was hard. It was hard. Yes, Dad, it was hard. So can you see how this thing that's going on, how much it's impacting our son over here? Yeah, I get it. Dad might start tearing up. Yeah, I get it. And he might turn to him and say, I didn't know that you were feeling those things. I'm sorry, son. You know what? We don't need to work on this carpentry project, whatever. Let's get out of here. Let's go have some fun. And it's through this compassion, this care, okay, when we take a look now at this dynamic, okay, this thing that's going on inside you, and you're going after the work task again. The little boy, he's feeling seen and heard now. He's got a smile on his face. He's not feeling so hopeless anymore because of the compassion. Dad is seeing how much that parenting style was affecting. He's agreed to switch it up. So he's not going to be hard on him anymore. So therefore, when you go after the task, you're going to have that hope. You're going to have that belief. And even if it doesn't pan out exactly the way you want it to, you're not going to criticize and beat up on yourself after the fact. So what I want to tell you is stop forcing yourself to believe. Force is always met with a counterforce. True power, true belief, what it is, it's not about forcing yourself to believe. It's about reuniting with the belief you had in yourself before life happened, before this young boy went through the school system, maybe before the bullying, before his dad started criticizing him. He had belief in himself, and I know you had belief in yourself before. You're kind of in this state now where you're anxious and you're awkward and confidence, not believing in yourself, but you know you had that state where you had nothing but belief in yourself. You had nothing but fun. You had nothing but this ability to connect with others. You had nothing but inspiration and creativity flowing through you. So again, reunite with the belief you had before life happened, before you went through those life experiences, before that wounding happened. It's about returning to who you once were. He's still down there. I promise you that. He's still down there. He's waiting to come out to play. And if you need help with this, I have a program. I'm going to put a link below the video. I would love to speak with you and guide you on this journey. This is the work that I do. I help the underdogs of society, the men who nobody believed in them. They didn't have the support growing up, but they're highly ambitious. They're selfless. They're heavily into personal development, and they're still reaching for that highest version of themselves. But they're inexpressive, they're highly anxious, they're self-conscious, and they people please when interacting with other people, and they hate themselves for it. And I guide them to being able to express themselves confidently, assertively, and connect with people authentically by reducing their anxiety levels and loving themselves for it, which I believe with every ounce of my being is the most important transformation of all. Why? Because it helps them become the self-assured man that they used to admire, the one they put on the pedestal. No, they get to be that man. They get to be proud of who they are when they look in the mirror, and they get to feel confident that anything in life is possible. If this is you, I want to talk to you. Book that call below. I'll see you soon.